Hello, this is Ki with RunScore. Today we'll be covering one of the most important or um, most useful functions under RunScore is the use of the RunScore server to connect to your race, be ready to do all your actions, and this will be the workhorse that we can tie into with what's called RunScore Client. RunScore Client is a thin client base that allows you to connect to this server program and do most of the actions on a separate machine or on a separate session on this machine. The important things to look at is on your server screen. We're listening on port 33,000, and the host here is computer name is home. If you go to Tools, Preferences, you'll set your TCP server port here. I recommend something above 30,000, and you want to make sure that's not the same as any of your other TCP ports. Especially don't set it to the same as your transponder system. Okay, so now we're listening. We have home. We're going to go ahead and open RunScore Client. Notice a different screen color. We're going to type in the address home, make sure it's 33,000, and we'll click open. It'll take a few seconds for it to connect. Once it does, you'll notice that the items are no longer grayed out. We can go ahead and go into the Internet at Name screen. We can look at the Browse screen. Notice we had no addresses in this, so that's why it looks a little strange. But if you look at all this, we have all the functions here. It functions the same as the other ones with the first record, last record, control home, control end, all the other things we might have on that. On your initialize, you can initialize external timers to add a different timer from this machine to be able to have that go directly into the server. If we go here to F9 and we type in 999, we took a race R, we put in Keith, Stephen, and we hit F4. Notice that on the browse, that is added at the end of our database. If we go back to the server, we go to the end of record and notice it's there. Let's go back to here, and we're going to go ahead. We cannot delete from the Internet at Name screen, but we can from the Browse screen. So you want to be careful. This is one of those things that the person that you train on your client doesn't accidentally go in and start erasing some of your data. Here I'll hit F2. I'll delete Keith. Go back over to the server, and notice it. We should have close that. If we refresh that, we go down to the end. Notice 999 is gone. Right now we are on the same machine, so I'm running a server, and I can go into my client and do a lot of the functions and let RunScore server work in the background. Very good capabilities, very nice on that. We can also, as long as you have a TCP connection, which more or less is a Ethernet cable, a crossover cable, but I recommend you use a router, and any machine that is connected to the same system as the server machine via Wi-Fi or wireless wire or Wi-Fi, you can go ahead and connect via just that TCP port. Now, another interesting thing is if, say, I'm at one race doing some work and I've got somebody out at a remote location trying to do stuff. If we both have a good internet connection, high speed, I'd say at least 3 MIPS or above, you can go ahead and type in the actual machine IP address. You can look out, find ways to find that, and use that IP address in the 3300. that will go ahead and connect over the internet to your machine and do the same connections we've had on the simple client. So again, you can use it on your same machine. You can do everything else. The nice thing about this, we use this quite often at big races where we have multiple machines typing in entries. We can have different people at different locations in the area also putting additional timers. This is very important if you're using iPico, JChip, and a couple of others where the transponder system needs a separate session in the initialize external timers for each of those controllers. When you go past 4, this gives you a capability to use a simple client session to bring in more timers. Again, a lot of actions we can or can't do on this. In a subsequent video, we'll discuss some of the security features that make this more powerful for you to control what the person can or can't do on a simple client machine. The important thing is if during the race some reason we lose that connection, it will show that it's trying to reconnect. Once it connects, you'll see it connected down there. If we go into the server machine, we go to miscellaneous, display active clients, and notice home is connected. Logins and roles we'll go ahead and talk about in that subsequent to show you how you can control the simple client sessions better and make your system more secure. If you have any questions, contact us at support. Until the next video, goodbye.